Listen to this. Are you ready for this? In the month of June, there are 12 drag and drive events. Do you know that in 2022 there were only 11 events total?
Wild, isn't it?
How's that make you feel? Does that make you feel crazy
Yeah,
like
for
me?
sure.
All right, guys, welcome to episode 110 of the Drag Drive Repeat show presented by Summit Racing. Dude, tonight we've got a crazy show. Driven Racing Oil event updates. Y'all, this is a big one. We're going to have to roll fast here if we're going to be on time. Let me run through this. Driven Racing Oil is the performance engine oil that can do it all. GP1 is the ultimate oil for any race or performance application, whether launching hard at the drag strip, enduring the extreme heat of off-road and circle track and drag and drive, or pushing limits in top fuel. Drag boats and demo derbies, winning racers choose GP1. It's compatible with engines, classic hot rods, cutting edge race machines, which is, that's like drag and drive there. We have cutting edge race machines in classic cars. And then I'm not going to read the rest of that. Listen, Driven is the baddest oil. They go to these events. They support these events. They support us.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, just find drivenracingoil.com. Find them at one of the events. Again, they're on Six Summer right now. They were at Mega Week. And if we could pressure them, they're only 5 hours from the circuit. So if we could maybe put a little bit of thumb on them, some people tag them in the comments, things like that, I'm sure we could. I'm hoping we could get them there. So this event segment's brought to you by them. Sick Summer is going on right now. Craziness. We're going to talk about it here in a minute. Who's leading classes? Big Sky Race Week is happening right now, and today started BC Drag It Challenge. So we literally have 3 national events going on right now. Right, like as we speak right now, there are 3 national level events going on, which are 4 days or more of racing. So crazy. It's crazy that it's so big. Sorry, I'm trying to run through the comments here.
No, you're fine.
Hey, Cliff Parvin, party!
Okay. Party!
Yeah. Okay. But let's talk about upcoming events, which I may not have. Yes, here we go. East Coast Drag and Drive. So we talked about the events that are happening now. That will run us through like the 23rd of the month. And then the next event up will be the circuit starting the 26th with the racer pre-party, which I don't think I put a picture in here. Yeah, here we go. So the 26th with the racer pre-party, 27th, 8th, and 9th, we're racing here at Tulsa Raceway Park and MoKan Dragway. And you know what? I just thought we need to have some competition going on with the East Coast Drag and Drive that's happening the same weekend on the East Coast in the like New Hampshire, New Brunswick. It's in Canada, wherever that's at, New Brunswick area. Let me pull up and see if they have we used to do some trash talk with the 650 class that was at that was with the one in Australia. Let me see. I'm going through here. I'll have to find it here in a minute. Yeah. If we have a class that is similar, or maybe a couple classes are similar, I'll put out a call out to those guys and see who can win. Like if they have like a index style class, probably the best way to do it. Johnny Allen here asking for talking about the circuit. Friday is racing at Tulsa. So Friday is tech. Friday morning is tech. Then Friday evening is a block party in Galena, Kansas. So if you're not racing in the circuit and you want to come to probably the biggest block party Galena, Kansas has ever seen, come to Galena, Kansas on Friday night. We are partying it there. And then while you're there between 4 and 9 p.m., see all the cool stuff and then bounce just a little early and go to MoKan for a 32 car circuit only shootout that John Ketch and Josh Rich are putting on there. And they've got payouts and they've got entry fees and all that kind of stuff.
I need to be entered in that. I need to get a hold of them.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I think it's going to be awesome.
It doesn't even matter what the index is. I'm in.
Yeah. So they've got 2 classes. They've got like a fast class that's 8th mile, and I think they've got like it's either 11:0 or 11:50 and slower quarter mile.
That sounds like me.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Yeah. Yes. And then so Saturday MoKan, we were racing Saturday at MoKan. Sunday we're racing at Tulsa. Saturday night we'll be back at Tulsa for the racer party. It's going to be maybe the busiest weekend you've been on since Mega Week.
Jan posted there. East Coast 11:0 has no chance.
No chance.
He's probably right.
Those guys.
That's
no. Write it off.
That's Jan. That's Jan.
Yes, exactly. He's a beast. Let me make that in the notes right here. That's what's upcoming. So we've got I'll do the notes in a minute. So we've got East Coast Drag and Drive and the circuit same weekend. We've got Street Week Sweden happens June 6th through 12th. Then you've got Midwest Drags now. July. Sorry, I said June. Yeah, July.
That's right.
July 6th through 12th for. Well, it says 6-7.
Do you have a time machine?
Yeah, we're going back, baby. Going back. July 6th through 12th in Sweden. Our boy Ken White is going to be there, and I think Tom Bagley is going to be there for a few days as well. But I know Ken is going to be giving us some behind the scenes stuff, some photos, some commentary. We're going to have him on the show one night. We're talking about the event and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be really fun to see that. The name that will not be spoken. This event, I don't know if it's on or not. I've heard postponement. I've heard cancellation. I've heard refunds. There's nothing on the website or on the Facebook page about it. So I can't there's no official statement is what I'm saying. So
I didn't
until
enter,
we get
but I'll see if I can get a refund.
yeah. Until we know for sure, I got to keep it on the list, right? And then AllStars Drag and Drive in Australia. This is a new one for 2025. This is July 10th through 13th. So we're looking now. We are packed crazy for the rest of this month. And that gives us for the first 2 weeks of July, there's 3 events. It's nuts, dude. And we're starting to branch out across the world. We've got Sweden, we've got Australia, and we've got one maybe here in the States. But go ahead.
We need to pick us up a sponsor where me and you can make either Sweden or Australia.
So,
I would love to do that.
You know, one thing, I don't know if you saw this, but you see that name in the top of
Yeah,
Street Week?
I know.
We know them dudes.
No, I want to race there. Like, I'm trying to figure out the
yeah.
logistics of
Yes.
yeah, that logistics. Hey,
That
John Gilman's got a quick question there. John, I can go ahead and answer that. It's not near far enough.
Yeah,
not anything you'd be used to.
It's a day's drive for if you were in Mega Week. So it's 300 miles. Our thing has kind of always been 3 days, 300 miles. So it's about 150-ish miles each day of driving. And then Travis was asking about bowl. Yes, we are still bowling on Saturday night.
So what I was going to do is I'm just going to do the whole drive and then go ahead and go back to MoKan to race. I'm going to drive to MoKan, drive Tulsa, drive back to MoKan, then race, and then I'll be ready at Tulsa. So just to be ready.
That's exactly what you should do. I would hope you do that.
Yeah.
It'll be like a Wednesday night for Mega Week racers.
Yeah, exactly. Wednesday night.
Yeah. John Gilman here saying Sweden, dude, I'm telling you, that would be a fun one. And those guys over there know how to party for sure.
I'm glad he's in because I was going to take John's car. So
yeah. Right. Well, listen to this. Are you ready for this? In the month of June, there are 12 Drag and Drive events. Do you know that in 2022 there were only 11 events total?
Wild, isn't it?
How's that make you feel? Does that make you feel crazy like me? It's pretty wild. There's 7 events as of right now in July, 6 in August, 6 in September, and 5 in October.
What's wild is, as you know, I used to be a Drag and Drive statistics guy. I knew like who had the records and what classes and everything. There's so many, my brain can't comprehend all of it anymore. Like used to, you'd call me and be like, "Who's this?" And I'd be like, "This is blah blah blah," and they were the winner of this year. And I don't have it anymore. There's so many races. When there was 1 and then 2 and then 3, it was like, but now I'm just like blown away.
It's hard to keep up with, and I never in my wildest dreams would have imagined that there would be this many events to track, right? I mean, it's a blessing for sure for what we do on this side, but it's wild. And the cool thing, what I'm really excited to see is how many new people we have for 2025 that have never raced a Drag and Drive before.
Right.
It should be pretty wild. Melissa Morrow here saying, do you have a master schedule of all the D&D events? Why, yes, we do. That's actually my next comment is dragdriverepeat.com/event list-2025. So you can go right there, and I've got links to every event. If they don't have like a website, I have the page on Facebook. We'll drop it here in the comments so everybody can see it. It's crazy. 49 events are on the schedule for 2025, and I'm telling you guys, there's ones that we haven't seen or don't know about yet, or that are in they're in the early stages, because really it's still only June. You could put one together and have 50 cars by the end of, I don't know, you have one by the end of October, probably, September, something like that. And as many
people as we know, we could put together a 50-car shootout and have it ready by next week.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I think that is one thing that's kind of fun about all the events, is that there are so many different styles now. We're seeing, like Heads Up Hustle, which I'm announcing it next month, shameless plug, up in Michigan. You have 2 days to set your average and then a shootout. You have like Back to the Streets, which is a shootout every day. Like it's Heads Up up, no test passes, no anything, racing every day. And then you have like all of these traditional ones where it's averages every day, where your averages from your days of racing. So who knows what the right formula is to bring all the people in, but I love that everybody's trying something different.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And everybody's got a little different taste. I mean, that's,
Yeah. Tom Tashner here saying 2026 will be our first drag and drive. He's been to Drag Week a bunch, but I think just as visitors. So that's awesome to see him. He's down in Boonville. Lucky 8 Performance. If you guys you got that super cool Caprice, like the box top Caprice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you for saying this. As Drag Driver Pete is partially responsible for that growth from 11 to 45 events. Listen, it's the best community that's out there. I don't know of any other car community that's as awesome as the drag and drive community. It's amazing. Okay. And one thing, we say race car friends all the time, but like Uncle Stoney is definitely one of our, you're like the first race car friend I had, really, so it's kind of fun to see how this has grown. And, we can't do this without everybody. So please hit the share button if you're out there, make comments on the side, man. We already got a bunch of folks in here making comments. Appreciate that. It really does. Race car friends really does make the world go round. Like you got to have them to message at 2:00 in the morning and be like, dude, I don't want to work on this car anymore. And they're like, keep working on it, man.
And, we say race car friends, but we're actually, I would say, more family.
Yeah, you know a lot of stuff that people don't need to know about me.
Same.
Yeah, that's exactly right. All right. And then, of course, the sponsors for Drag Driver Pete. We couldn't do, if you guys don't know, I drove up to Iowa or Illinois last week to be at 2 days at Six Summer. Eric is there with his dad all week. We were both just on Mega Week. We're going to be on the circuit here in 10 days, 7 days. Can't do that without our sponsors. So if you're trying to spend a little money, if you're trying to do some shopping for car stuff, hit these guys up. Summit Racing, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, who's on Six Summer right now, winning or leading their class, WAF Racing, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Change 3D, Power Tube TV, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk Classifieds. Man, so the list is long. I'm hoping if we can get this one deal worked out, it's going to be even longer here pretty soon. I'm super pumped about that.